saw it so many times, especially like in neutral on stage too. The on stage down airs were like a huge opener for like knockdowns when you see a note tech. We're getting thunder off of it a few times in sets we've seen previously.
Yeah, agreed. Also noticing Shinymark is making it really hard for Onin to set up the Waluigi. Even there, a little bit off on the way you're trying to place that out, panicking, throwing out a single block. I'm seeing discomfort from Onin. Ooh, and the catch.
Ooh, the hesitation there too. Onin dropped the block, and then Shinymark was like, please jump in at me. I will not come at you, but if you start to approach me, I'm throwing hands.
I feel like Shinymark is so aware, knowing before Onin does, what they are going to pull out in neutral. Things like that Elytra is almost impossible to punish. You have to respect that.
Wow, the speed of this Golden Axe too. The shield pressure Shinymark had to endure there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's breaking the sound barrier with that one. Where's my Sonic Boom? Playing Guile or something.
Oh my goodness, that was a weird hitbox coming off of the pickaxe. Not really any knockback, but took a ton of stun for it.
Nice T-jolt out of the corner as well.
Yeah.
Into the quick attack. My man playing like Sakurai intended. Pull out all the specials real quick. And again with the quick attack, you don't get to mine. If you're not putting up a wall, which by the way you can't right now because you don't have the tools, you finally get the chance.
Let's start building some real estate here too. Generational wealth, start building passive income. Nah, just the ceiling has been set up at this point. The foundation has been struck down.
He's going to make his children Nepo babies at this rate. My man mining. You know what, that's my life goal too, Steve. You got it. A family man.
Yeah, you got values. Gonna go for diamond early here, and I think that's because we already have the stock off of Shinymark, so if we can close this one out using the rage that we have, definitely could be really good.
We saw a bit of an unfortunate scenario there for Onin. Unfortunately, the Elytra bonking instead of sliding across the ground, which gave Shinymark the ability to nair out.
Wow.
However, I don't care what you're doing, Shinymark, because you got up smashed in the meantime. Onin up 3 stocks to 1.
No walk down here too. Shinymark able to SDI out and jump away. Back air will finally put us on the board in the second set for Shinymark. But again, you can't call it with these two players. You never know who's going to get the hot hand at the right time.
Yeah, for real. Sometimes it does feel like that. It's a game of poker. You're trying to figure out, is my opponent bluffing? Is Shinymark fading in with intent to break through this block? Or is he trying to bait out my forward smash to punish it?
Yeah. Might just have to hit the check re-raise though too. Hey, I'm really here. I'm game for this. Are you really about this?
Ooh, unfortunately, I think Onin the only one who has multipliers. My man pulls out all sorts of jokers. Meanwhile, Shinymark like, come on, man. I thought we were playing the classics.
I know, true card sharp here too, running the same stuff over and over again.
Ooh, get that ×2 multiplier. Yes, please. I love my face cards.
Ooh, T-Jolt. Give me, oh, no down smash. I thought that's what we were going for to get an off-stage situation. Oh, the air dodge. That is seldom seen to be a bad option for Shinymark, but finally getting punished for it here.
Getting past the up air as well. Shinymark has started to come back to life. I feel like this is important for Shinymark's first game. If you get absolutely washed in the first one, it's going to be tough for the mental game. And clearly you haven't figured out what's going on. But if Shinymark can adapt to this, even if you lose, it's showing signs of life. Oh, that dash attack. Even things like that are such a threat at this point. Every little bit of damage goes such a long way. Ooh, down tilt again. Shinymark trying to get Onin to commit and refusing to overextend. Onin, meanwhile, though, I think has started to figure that out. It's like, okay, if you're not going to extend, I'll just wait.
Standing in front of a too-wide wall here, too. Finally going to hit by a T-Jolt, but I mean, our materials are looking stout right now.
Stout indeed, my man. Well fed. I told you, family man.
Yeah, right. Always sits down for a good Sunday supper.
Of course, of course. Sup with the children.
Yeah, not going to get back on the stage unless it is completely necessary and safe, though.
Ooh, that's not going to quite do it, but it does give Shinymark an opportunity. You see how hard Shinymark has to extend. You're in a position where you don't have the opportunity to not commit anymore, and that almost does it. T-Jolt not going to make it as the back air closes it out on some not-so-great DI.
I want to know what Onin did during that, quick little skip a beat during the break. Got up from the setup, took the hands off the controller. Took a moment, and then came back seeming like a new player.
Just made a quick little call to Jack Black. It's like, yo, I need some help.
What's the deal? Jason Momoa, help me.
Please. You remember that one scene? How'd you do it, Jack? How'd you do it?
Oh, goodness. I mean, we already found out what happens when you mix lava and chicken, but lava and a mouse, I am quite interested to find out.
Yeah, I don't think they have that in vanilla. You might have to download some mods for that one. But I have no doubt. I feel like that's a rule of the internet. That's rule 35, I think.
It's around that.
There's definitely there's a Minecraft version of it, yeah.
Ooh, big anvil drop, doing a ton of damage early. But again, starting to get these houses set up here too. We're building a whole community.
What a guy. He cares not just for his family, but the people. He's building the commune. Ooh. Commune is susceptible to those up airs, though. We hate up airs around here.
Love the shield jiggle coming in from Shinymark there, too. Able to cover so much stuff. If we're rising with a forward air, if we're rising with an up tilt or an up air.
That was a weird interaction.
Wow.
That really worked out for Shinymark after some weird scrambly bits.
Again, trying to run it back on the other side of the stage. If they broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
I respect it, Onin. Like, what you going to do about this? It's game, 7 grand finals? Do you still have what it takes to deal with my chicanery? Ooh.
Wow, a 2 count to the blast on the rep with the slow hand.
Going back to Waluigi mode.
Watch out for that anvil drop coming in. T-jolts galore.
Trying to mine again. Onin has had so much opportunity to mine. I feel like almost every stock, the tools just break at some point. Yeah, just trying to force out. We see those hops, those empty hops coming out from Shinymark. No commitment necessary. My man does not want to have kids. No, thank you.
Caught by the redstone activated minecart, though. Finally going to see a stock fly off here. And Onin once again leading this dance.
You see that little catch there with the T-jolt into the conversion for the up tilt? That was nasty.
Oh, wow. What a catch there, too. Perfect timing on the walk down.
Look, he may not commit to putting a ring on it, but backflips any day of the week.
But that backflip, though.
He's going to Vegas not for the wedding party. He's doing it Cirque du Soleil right now.
Minecart flies in, jump force out from Shinymark. But again, it seems like we're happy to play this, full hop T-jolt game, and we'll jump over everything.
Which I kind of like. It did not work well for Shinymark to try to push the advantage too hard. Onin has very clear counterplay and the platform setup. And you're never going to get to go to FD here.
Yeah. Ooh, knockdown hard. Looking for a roll in.
And these guys really want a 1 hour plus grands.
I'm with it, too, because it's fast. It's so high octane. They've done so many options for so many different positions. I don't feel like I've seen the same interaction twice.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's so many nuances to it.
Yes.
It's very easy to overlook the little micro changes that we were talking about earlier, the things that are making all the difference.
Put these swings out here, too. I'm interested to see if Onin wants to start throwing out back airs into these T-jolts to maybe catch an overextending and extended hitbox of that move.
Yeah, for sure. Drag down air, up tilt, down air, reset. I love that because Thunder's not going to kill there, so why go for it? Fortunately, the reset didn't work out. Did almost even up the damage, but Shinymark managed to get out, which is kind of the win condition. It's just escaping Shinymark's advantage at the end of the day. The rest of it's pretty straightforward. Ooh, speaking of advantage, quadruple ping pong on that one. My man, he's got the board in his room just playing by himself.
Exactly. Forrest Gump type talent. Generational.
He's ready for it. I'll tell you one thing, he's definitely running.
Oh, yeah.
Get me out. This mouse has electricity and stuff. I am but a man.
Oh, got caught for the quick attack in and on and finds an opening finally.
They're getting hit by the brick wall with this one. Sometimes you do just have to literally skull bash your head against a brick wall.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. Sometimes it ain't broke, don't fix it. But even if it is broke, I'm going to use it again. I'm just going to keep using it. I'm not fixing it.
I mean, preferably, I'd like it to be a little bit broke.
Yeah.
100% on Onin, but 60% on Shinymark's next stock. This is back to that war of attrition, and right now, Onin is winning. He invested in the S&P early. That attrition is accruing.
Oh yeah, we get paid out every single quarter.
Oh yeah. He got that continuously compounding interest.
Wow. We got Pepsi stock.
That goes crazy. Ooh, yeah, give me those dividends.
Oh, don't get scooped on an up smash. I thought it was up smash, brother. I really did. I really did.
Yeah, I thought so as well. Usually that's what you see there, but it doesn't look like he's going to need it as the anvil takes Onin up 2-0 in the reset.
You think we get arrested for insider trading on a commissary block?
Yeah, everybody invest in Pepsi right now.
Hot tip.
Look, if the administration can do it, why can't we?
That's fair. Seems to be Onin administering a whole lot of pain here in this reset set of grands. 2-0 lead here. Shinymark not finding the same success that we saw in the first bout of this grands.
And we're going to run it back possibly one last time. This is Shinymark's last stand, one opportunity. Can you come back in this Grand Finals reset with a reverse 3-0 to reclaim, to retain your crown?
And honestly, I still cannot count Shinymark out of this set here. It seems like every single one of these games, there is like, I'm not kidding you, hundreds of neutral interactions that have to decide each and every stock that, you know, in like, you know, the law of averages, they'll all come out into the middle here too. So if Shinymark just starts returning to the mean a little bit, this game's gonna start sliding the other way.
Yeah, this most certainly is not no neutral November. We're all neutral all the time here in April. And it is gonna be, again, just that war of attrition. Who wins neutral 101 times?
Ooh, looking to forward air through that tiny little window into the building. Can't leave that open, mice fly through.
He's just peeking through, like,
Yeah,
hey, you up?
You left a pie on the windowsill?
What you doing over here? Oh, okay, fine. That's a big kill for Onin. We've seen throughout this whole set how important getting the first stock is. Spike resets. Shinymark does fall out eventually, only taking 30%.
Ooh, Thunder, no, the hesitation was there, looking for a further option.
This is where the heart rates start to rise. You know Onin's starting to feel like, wait a minute, I'm in my H-Box era. I might have to cry my way through to this victory. I think I've got it on lockdown.
Yeah, with the history between these two, Shinymark stepping into Onin's house and able to take this event away from their hands. A whole lot more than just the, you know, two stocks separating the emotions of this tournament.
But we gotta believe it's not over yet. Shinymark with a little bit of a buff, activating the install there with the taunt. Maybe this is what he needs to come back in the set. But at this full stock deficit now, it's looking dire.
T-Jolt over, and you know, he still seems to be going with the girl who brought us to this dance. Shinymark's game plan has worked before, but
ooh. And he's jumping over those blocks. Onin sharking once that up air so fast, so hard to punish. Shinymark unable to punish it 99% of the time. However, he's got an up air of his own.
T-Jolt right on the shield, not going to catch Onin on the drop.
No blocks, though. Well, we got one. We got one block. Onin trolling a little bit, throwing that out, going with a funny little stall tactic. Not going to kill. Rinse and repeat. There we go.
Even stock finally, but the diamond's online. Oh my goodness, I mean, you know the Abel's coming out.
Oh yeah. Trying to mine up those resources. Like you said, diamond is online, which means we're probably not going to get back to that scenario of not having blocks to work with. However, it does mean, since diamond's online, Shinymark has no reason to approach. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, but you get caught staying still for just a moment, and Onin can take that stock from you. Anvil has been coming out some really clutch situations as of the last couple of games.
All right, last stock, Shinymark. That heart rate through the roof. Do you have what it takes? 27% on Onin. You got the reset, but you haven't gotten a single game in this reset as Onin continuing to just wall out with these back airs.
Trying to create a little peephole at the bottom of the house, but not going to come to fruition for anything.
Ooh.
Open up the front door for him.
Ooh, walk the dog. Gets the spike reset, but falls out yet again. Shinymark given another opportunity. That up tilt not going to connect. T-Jolt resets. Doesn't want him to build that entire house. Gets the opportunity to get in, but Onin knocking on his own door saying, hey, get out of here.
Quick attacks. Got the knockdown, but on the block that disappeared too, so gave Onin a little more time to act. But the back air in the corner, 2 count on the blast zone.
Not quite out yet, but it is looking absolutely dire for Shinymark, being ping-ponged back and forth, getting DBZ'd on his home turf here, on his counter pick. There is no escape. The forward air going to even up the stocks, though. He's got one more chance.
And one more chance entirely, too. You cannot lose a single neutral interaction here.
Mr. Minerals mining in the corner one last time, potentially building an M for Mario on him. It is his party. It is his opportunity to take it in this reset. He just needs one more hit.
Ooh, looking for a down air out of the mine cart, but Shinymark they're swinging a little too late there.
Ooh, that's just dirt though. Shinymark can break through that one. Back air. Here's the advantage state. Hold up.
All right, calm down real quick. This is crazy.
Yo, let him cook.
Oh, do not hit by that minecart. Great double jump.
Yo, keep Gordon out of the kitchen. It is all Shinymark right now. Has been putting on a clinic with this creep back into the set. The problem is it has been just a creep. Don't scare me like that, Shiny.
Oh, dash attack into the wall.
Oh, he finds the minecart and just barely kills. There is no way Shiny would have been ready for that DI. And that means that Onin is your champion.
Getting the run back from a year ago on